Okay, good day everybody. Task at hand today is changing out the old shock for a new shock in my Ski-Doo Alpine. I've already got this assembly disassembled to get this shock out, coil springs off, everything's out. This new shock here is an SPI shock, and it's part number 08112. It's as close as I could source to the original Bombardier shock, which is this guy here. It's about 1/4 inch shorter on extended length, and then when compressed it's about 1/4 inch longer or so, but the rubbers here haven't squashed down. So pull this out of the way. So we have this shaft, that spacer, the spring cap, the spring seat, the mounting base itself, and the coil spring. So what we're going to do, we'll pull these rubbers down a little bit, put the cap on, put it into the end of the spring. We'll take this seat, put it on the bottom, and then we'll sit everything down into here. And then we'll go over, I'll show you what I'm going to do for compressing this spring to slide this pin through. We've slid our rubber bushings down here. We have our little cap here that needs to go on. It will slide over, and then the ring on the eye itself pockets down into there. So do that. Take our spring, push the shock through it. Just won't slide all the way through there. Sit it there. We can pick it up. Takes a couple hits just to snap that top ring down in there. Okay, a little bit of rust here I don't need there. And then that will sit like that. Now we'll have to go over, we'll put our plastic eyes into here. I'm going to put a little dab of grease on them to make sure they don't slip out while we're compressing it, and they will come in and slide right up in here, and then we'll shove our pin across. Yeah, just a little grease, just put it on there, just kind of holds this in place so it doesn't fall out. Sticks it in there. You could use a silicone too if you so desired. I don't want to use silicone, so if I ever have to take it back apart for any reason, it does come apart without destroying everything. Okay, we'll go get this set up, and I'll bring this back when we're ready to compress the spring and put the pin in. Okay, so this is the setup here that I'm using. It's just a 20-ton bottle jack. I have the assembly here. Used an old the idler wheel because it allows me to push it through and the clearance to come right up through the top, so the center bore will line up. I don't know if you could see down into there or not. It's kind of dark how the eye with the plastic bushings in it will slide between, and the pin will go through it. We'll just slowly bring the jack up. This is the best way I've found to do this. McPherson's strut compressor for a car doesn't fit because of the small spring. So may have to reach down in there, the screwdriver or something, just guide it a little bit. Okay, so I could see it down through the top here, so I'm just putting a little side force on the shock as it comes up through here. Just going to guide that bushing over a little bit, make sure it's still in place. Now this isn't the best way to do it. This is the way that works for me. Just remember to stay out of line of fire of this, because there is the compressing a spring has the potential to fly away, get away from you. That's where a McPherson strut setup would compressor setup would be better. But this, just be smart about it. If you could look down in there now, if you could see the bushing right down in there. It's not quite lined up. Okay, we should be good there. We'll have to pry it over as we slide the pin through. So I've also added grease onto the pin to help it slip in there. Because it is a fairly snug fit getting in there. And then we have to get a hammer and give it a quick tap. Okay, so it just went through the bushings now. Okay, we should be about right there. We can adjust it after. Let's wipe some of this excess grease off of here. Or smear it on there, I guess. Let's use the rag here. There we go. That's all there is to it. Realign our eye to where we need it here. I have to put a bar in there. That. Somewhere like that, and there we go.